welcome back to Z+3 TV. That's what we're doing. We are here talking about important things to me, important to me. Morgan & Morgan. Injured and don't know where to start? With Morgan & Morgan, it's so easy. Hiring legal representation is one of the first things that you should do after an accident. It can get extremely stressful, I know. With Morgan & Morgan, you don't have to visit law offices and sit through timely consultations. You can submit your claim and have a lawyer review your case with only 8 clicks from your phone. You can get started at forthepeople.com or dial #LAW. That's #529 from your cell. You can check out Morgan & Morgan's website with the link in the description. Stay safe out there, guys. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. This is a requested video, so I'm excited to give it to you because I have been a mother for 18 years. I have an 18-year-old, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I have really good kids, and I get compliments on how my children, who is this number texting me? I don't know that number. I've gotten a lot of compliments on how my children behave, right? They are not little jerks. Yes, a lot of it is personality and how they, work through life, but a lot of it is parenting, and you guys asked me to come up with a list of do's and don'ts. This is not like the rule book, but these are some of my do's and don'ts that I do with my children. And I'm talking about like Isaiah as a teenager and like my kids as, every child is different. Every child learns differently. Every child, for me, I somewhat have to be more, it's like the way I communicate with them has to be in their own learning style. So it's like to figure out how your children communicate is difficult. That is probably the hardest thing in the world. Like Cairo does not do well when you yell at him. He breaks down, he shuts down. He won't participate in anything that you have to say after that. Isaiah, however, I had to scare him a few times when he was little. I had to, hey! You know what I'm saying? And he stopped doing it after that. So it's like there's different ways to talk to your children. I try always to, start soft, but I mean, if you're not listening, hey, let's go, get it done. But anyways, I'm not a perfect mother. Let's start with that. This is how I do things. Honestly, it takes a village because my family played a big part in raising Isaiah. What am I talking about? Let's get on this list. Because if I don't have a list, I'm just gonna keep on rambling, and then this video has no purpose. Moms, listen up. Stop comparing yourself to other moms, especially moms that are on social media. I can think of one mom in my head that I used to compare myself to, and how she does everything perfectly and how everything is color coordinated, and how she has photo shoots, and the birthday parties that she throws for her children are so ridiculous. It's crazy. I used to compare myself to this woman and how her house looked and how she was clean. I can't. You cannot do that you are you. Your children love you. You are gonna be your type of mom. You are doing amazing just the way you are. Is the house a mess? Probably. That is okay. You are doing great. You are doing fine. I need you to remember that. You are doing a good job. And dads, single dads out there, you are doing great. I'm never gonna start this video, to be completely honest with you. One rule that I have is no sleepover. I do not allow my children to spend the night at anyone else's house unless it is their father. That is the only house that they're spending the night over, mine and their dad's. That is it. Now, if their friends want to come over here and spend the night, by all means, parents can have my contact information. I don't care. Things happen. I know that when I was younger, I went through a encounter with a family member. I'm okay with doing that story time if you guys want to hear that story time of what I went through, but that is definitely a fear of mine there. In our house, we have strict nap times and bedtimes. So at 12 o'clock is nap time. Harmony and Cairo get extremely cranky if they don't take a nap. And I'm not going to be dealing with you and your cranky little butt. Naps are there for mamas too. You know what I'm saying? Quick tip on bedtimes. So I get this question a lot. How is it that you put your kids, you say nap times at 12 or nap times at 9 o'clock or bedtimes at 9 o'clock, that they just go, that they just do it? So This is what I'm going to tell you for my new moms out there. Your baby's a few months old, 12 o'clock comes around, put that baby in the crib and close the door. They are going to scream. They're going to cry. They're going to yell. They're going to act like they're having a heart attack. But if they are fed, if they are fed, they are changed, and there's nothing else wrong with them, and it is nap time, put them in the crib. Make sure there's nothing that they can hurt themselves with. Have a monitor so you can watch what's going on. Be safe about it, but leave their little butt in there. And it is going to take more than one try. 12 o'clock comes around, when mama says it's nap time, when dada says it's nap time, you go and lay down, and you can sit here if you want to, just be in your crib, talk to yourself, but it is quiet time. I'm really strict on cleanup, you know what I'm saying? So like, there are days, like if I'm on my cycle and I don't want to do anything, I don't want to discipline anybody, I'm just like letting them tear up the house, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter, I'll just clean it up later. But most days it's like, if you're playing with this toy and you want to play with another toy, you need to pick up whatever you were playing with first so that you can play with this other toy. It is hard. It is hard to keep, because you as a parent, you need to be on top of them, like, oh, no, let's pick up, let's clean up. And you have to clean up with them. It's not like they know. Harmony actually knows how to clean her room, actually, so that's fine. But for the most part, you know, she knows where everything goes. But, you know, you have to be there with them, and you have to clean up with them. Speaking of toys, I know that when I was younger, it was like, I would have a toy, and then someone else would be like, I want that toy. And then the adult in my life would be like, okay, well, it's time to share. Let's share. I don't care. My children don't need to. Taking turns is one thing, but they don't need to share. So if like Harmony's playing with something and Cairo's like, I want to play with that, Cairo, you need to wait. She's playing with it. She's playing with it right now. When she sets it aside and she doesn't want to play with it anymore, then you can play with it. But just because she's playing with it, now you want to play with it? No, I don't think so. I mean, obviously I don't tell them like that. But, you know, I don't feel like I need to take away a toy from one child to give to another child to make them happy. Like, I don't, like, that's not fair to me. So, and a lot of parents do that. Like, okay, let's share. Like, no. For what? I'm playing with this right now. Like, am I wrong? Because I feel like that shows them that, you know, people can just, you know, like if she's playing with blocks, yes, you can share your blocks. There's plenty for everyone. Let's share. Or like if she has a snack, it's good to share. It's good to share. You have chips, give some chips to your brother. Let's share. But if it's like just one car and you are playing with that car and you're having the best time with that car, who the heck am I to be like, give me the car, give it to someone else? That's crazy. Okay, I'm done with that. So when we go out, and we're gonna be out and about, I keep air tags on my kids, for safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, God forbid anything happens or I miss, you know, like I don't see, this is never, I'm very attentive on my children. But it does happen. It happens. You know, it's scary. So I keep air tags on my kids. When it comes to Isaiah, when it comes to older kids, I want to say like Isaiah got to a certain point where he knew like consequences. He knew discipline. He knew the rules. He knew he has chores and things like that. Like, if I don't do second chances when it comes to a certain age, like a certain age, you get to a certain age where you're just like, you know what you're doing. I don't give second chances. And he gets so mad. Like, if I say, these are your chores, you need to Isaiah's chores are to take out the trash every night, take out the recycling every night, and clean the living room and make sure his room is clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are his things that he needs to do. Will I ask him to help me out once or twice around the house with other things? Absolutely. Absolutely gonna do that. But those are his chores. If these chores are not done, you're grounded the next day for the whole day. No phone, no nothing. You can stare at a wall. You can help me around the house. You can watch your brother and sister. You can play with your brother and sister or whatever, but you are not going to be doing things that you want to do. You're grounded for that day. Um, he hates that because he'll forget. Like, he'll forget. So now he has an alarm on his phone where he's like, all right, I need to take out the trash. But he used to forget. And I'm like, all right, well, you're grounded. But Mom, I just forgot. I'll take it out right now. Absolutely not. If you do it 2 days in a row, ooh, you're grounded for the week. Like, there's no second chances. I try my best as a mom to lead by example. So, like, I know I curse like a sailor sometimes. So I try my best not to curse. If I'm not big on like I don't know, like I know a lot of parents are like, do as I say, not as I do. And I don't believe that. But you do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm big on like I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by any means, but I try my best to lead by example in the things that I do. I don't do the like, so Cairo, for example, is extremely emotional and he cries for everything. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, it is frustrating. And I'm just like, you're crying for no reason. Like, in my head, I'm like, bro, I ain't even hit you, bro. Like, what's wrong? Like, but with him, I'm learning that like it's just about getting emotions out. So I don't tell them, hey, stop crying. Stop crying. I didn't hit you. Like, I used to do that with Isaiah. And I feel so bad about that because it's like you don't know what to do with all these emotions. And I'm telling you to just like shut up basically, because it's annoying me. It's annoying like I don't want you to cry because of me, because I'm being, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. And I used to do that. And shame on me because I really did. Like, I would get frustrated at Isaiah for basically just doing what his body told him to do. Like, he's crying because he's going through something apparently. And I told him like to basically like stop. Like, stop. I hit you. Stop crying. You want me to hit you? And I would, oh my God. And I would be like, do you want me to hit you so you can start crying? Do you want me to hit you so you can cry for real? Baby, I'm sorry. I used to really do that. But anyway, now I'm like, if I know that he's crying for no reason, what helps my kids, like when Harmony gets an attitude, when she gets to do something, like she gets like really mean or whatever, I'm like, okay, go to your room for a little bit. When you're ready to talk, then we can talk. And Harmony would yell, I'm ready to talk now, Mom. And then so I'll have her and we'll have a conversation or whatever, like, why were you acting like that and all that, right? And I'm like, that's not how we do things or whatever, right? And Cairo, if he's like overwhelmed and he's crying a lot, I'm like, all right, baby, go to your room, cry it out. When you're ready to talk, we'll talk about what you're feeling. And then he'll come out, I'm ready. It is the cutest thing in the world. But like, I feel like that's what works for us because I don't know how to help you if you're not telling me what's wrong. Like, obviously, if you're hurt and you're crying, I'm like, oh, okay, and I'll fix the boo-boo. But if you're crying for no reason because I don't know what, like, then go calm down. When you're ready to solve the problem, I'm here. That took me a while though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, this little is crying for no damn reason. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of tips and tricks that I feel like we do that I can't think of right now, but those are a short list of things how I do things with my kids. Like, I know there's a lot more, so I can come up with a lot more if you guys want more of this, but those are the first things that come to mind. Last thing is when it comes to like body parts and sex shaming and stuff like that, like especially raising a teenage boy, it was difficult. But I've been talking to Isaiah about like sex and stuff since he was like 10. Like, we have full-blown open communication. He is very comfortable coming up to me or my mom, like even like and just saying like, hey, talking about certain things, you know what I'm saying? Talking about like his body. If there's something going on, he'll let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't try to figure that shit out by himself. Like, if he has a sexual question, he can come up to me and ask me, and I won't make him feel bad about it. So like, I know a lot of parents, like, there's a lot of times where a parent will walk into a room and their teenager is masturbating. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of parents shame that. They're like, no, you can't watch porn. Like, you can't do that. That's bad. But in this household, it's like, that's your body. You're allowed to explore your body. If you have any questions, I'm here. And it's always open communication. Like, now that he's like 18, I feel like it's more like we joke around and it's just too open sometimes. We're just like, ha ha ha, funny. But, you know, the word sex is not an issue in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cairo wants to explore down there, we let them. They run around here naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a very free environment to be, and all that. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, and I'm sorry, but you know, we all parent differently. But I feel like that works for us. That works for us. I feel like it makes our children more responsible and aware of their body and take it more seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is not a bad thing to want to have these feelings and want to do things. You know what I'm saying? This is a long video. I need to cut this down a lot. But yeah, for my parents out there, let me know one thing that you like feel is a big rule in your house, or one thing that you feel shapes your children in a certain way that you feel is like, I don't know, different from everybody else. And I don't know, leave your opinions in the comments. Love you guys.